Hello, first grade teachers and coaches. We are excited to present our updated writing rubric for Sanger Unified School District for first grade. We have been looking at our standards from kindergarten all the way up to third grade with some of the ICA language and rubric language and standard language, trying to create a little bit of a staircase and some cohesiveness across all grade levels. So we're really excited to get your input and have you take a look at our newest edition of our first grade writing rubric. On the first page, you'll see that we have all of the writing text types listed, including just the first column, or row, the first row with overall writing expectations for first grade. And really, when we talk about first grade on grade level standards, we are looking at a score of a 3. So if a student in first grade is meeting all of those or most of those expectations in that column, we can give them a 3 on their report card and on their writing samples. So we have on the first row, again, with overall writing, we're really looking for students to build their skills at writing complete sentences and or paragraphs, because we can have students in first grade writing multiple sentences on one topic. We're also wanting them to start providing adequate and support or detail in their writing, no matter what text type, and then giving some sort of sense of closure. That's what we're looking for all types of writing in first grade. If we get into the grade specific or the text type specific expectations, we really want to start having them look into the second grade window of giving well elaborated accounts of different events, adding their thoughts, feelings, actions, and using temporal words. But we're starting to really build their skills with just recounting or describing 2 or more events with temporal words effectively, and then including many details with that. With informative writing, we really want them to name their topic and explain the topic clearly with detailed information. And then the next grade span, we're starting to see then the facts and definitions as support in that text type. With opinion, we really want students to name their topic and title, giving strong opinions or choices with reasons, and then building their skills with just knowing where to look for support to include in their writing. We will be collecting student samples and linking those to the bottom after a calibration day. And just remember that developmentally, a 1 or 2 may be closer to grade level work for the first trimester, and that's okay. We're really looking for student growth here to be reported on all writing samples and on the report card. If we scroll down or on the back page, you'll see that there is a separate rubric for language conventions, and we really want to encourage teachers to track and score these 2 sections or rubrics separately. So writing is 1 score, especially on our writing performance task, and then the language conventions would be a 2nd score. And this is the same with our third grade and above ICA rubrics. We're scoring language conventions separately from the writing skills. With our on-grade level expectations for language conventions, we really wanted to see what the proportion of errors are to the amount of writing done well. So at the top, we see that errors do not impede meaning. So if there are occasional or infrequent or some errors, we know that it doesn't interfere with the meaning or the writing for our first graders. Capitalization may have some minor errors, punctuation and grammar is used adequately, and then we have that, just a reminder, spelling, grade level words with spelling patterns or untaught words phonetically. We can see some invented spelling. We want to encourage students to try to sound out words, especially if they have not been taught or if they're above grade level words. Just a reminder with holistic scoring, again, consider the proportion of errors to the amount of writing done well. So that means if we have a student that writes 1 sentence with many errors compared to a student that tries to write an entire paragraph of sentences and they have a few errors or the same number of errors, we would give just some thought about where the errors, what kind of errors were made and how many were made to the number of sentences or the amount of writing that they accomplished. And then basic errors are, again, more heavily weighted than higher level errors.